I know this may seem like a weird little snack. You're like, why are you sitting here frying pepperoni? I normally buy the raw pepperonis to just eat them, and I'll just eat them like raw, right? Because, well, technically it's not raw because you can eat it like that, but I'll just eat it like that, not thinking nothing of it. But then the same day that I had these, I ate pepperoni pizza, and I was like, damn, pepperoni on pizza be tasting, you know, a little better. And I kind of wonder why, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, maybe I should make it hot and like fry it. And this was a couple days ago, so I finally fried it, y'all. I would never eat quote unquote raw pepperoni, because like I said, it's not really raw, but I will never eat no raw pepperoni. I will always cook my damn pepperoni because this tastes straight like pepperoni on top of pizza. I don't know why I'm saying that like they're two different things, but you know, there's a difference when you eat it raw and then like putting that bit on a pan. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of goated. So today I'm going to end up diving into a little bit more notes for my Apple product page, but somebody ended up pointing out on my TikTok, that I posted the same YouTube short that I posted on TikTok. Somebody ended up pointing out straight up that on TikTok, that normally when it comes to an Apple Pro like page or Apple page, right, they update it normally a bunch. I was like, damn, that's facts. So I gotta end up somehow, either whether I take pictures of their code or if I end up, you know, taking screenshots of their code, or just take screenshots of what I'm trying to replicate, because at some point it's gonna update and then I'm gonna be sitting there trying to replicate this Apple page, y'all, and it will not go the way that I'm expecting it. So right now what I'm gonna do is go figure out how I can do that, but then also on top of that I'm gonna be taking more notes for the nav bar, because even though in my TikTok I made it seem like I've completed the nav bar, I have not. I'm actually trying to complete it for this video, well, not this video, but for another video. So this technically isn't a part of my, you know, MacBook Air series, whatever the hell it's called. Oh yeah, my MacBook Air series landing page. Technically it's not a part of it, but it is, because it's just going to be me researching you know, necessarily what I need to be writing for this first nav bar and what to be expected, and then also trying to transfer and or just take screenshots of the page so that I will be able to replicate necessarily the page that I'm exactly looking at, and then also probably adding in my own things, which I think will be pretty dope. So I'm gonna take you all along as we enjoy this snack of pepperoni. Okay, I had to cross my fingers that this landing page was the exact same page, which it is. So now, hold up, because that glare is kind of crazy. So now what I need to end up doing is I'm going to need to, damn, my hand is like all up in the camera, I'm sorry. What I need to end up doing is I need to, like I said, take a screenshot and somehow figure out how I'm gonna save this code. So the first thing to do, you ask ChatGPT. Alright, so it's telling me to straight up just save it, and I'm probably gonna put it in a new folder because I don't want to have this hidden. So I'm gonna go original MacBook Air landing page, save as, select web page, complete, choose. Oh, there's a bug up in this room. I ain't playing. That bug like a flying spider. Gotta get the hell about my room. Oh, you should get the stay on. I don't play with no damn bugs. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. And y'all saw how big that bug was, so don't act like y'all would have been acting normal if you saw that boy. It flew right in my face like, I was like, what the hell? So anyway, okay, so we're gonna copy the page. It says this will download an HTML file and a folder with assets to images. Okay, so let me go and check if that ended up happening, because I want to make sure that when I replicate this, then I'm gonna end up having it. So far, I can still see the HTML, which is great. I can still see the CSS. The only problem I'm having though is the pictures, and I can see the pictures here, but I don't know if I'm able to download the pictures from here, and that's where I'm kind of like, you know, that's why I'm kind of like, damn. But then also as well, I actually nobody told me in my first episode whether or not I should create the whole entire page or if I should just create like the beginning page. So I'm kind of stuck on how far should my screenshots go, you know what I mean? Should make it. So, you know, if y'all can comment now in this video, that'd definitely be helpful. But if nobody ends up telling me, I guess I'm just gonna have to pick by myself. And I think clearly it's probably best for me to do less work, because it's not like if I make this, I'm, you know, somebody, like this is like kind of easy, I feel like, to somewhat make. So I'm just going to, oh, that is not how you screenshot, my guy. Like, you see how if y'all click on this, it changes colors. I think that's sick. It's goated. This is something I definitely should learn how to do, but I don't think I can, my guy. This is crazy to be able to learn how to do that. Insane. Right now we're focusing on that nav bar, buddy. So like I said, what I'm going to do is end up taking some serious notes. So I'm gonna go and open Docs, and I already have a notes page. If you checked out my first part of this video, I ended up writing down everything that I will need, but so far I want to be able to get a little bit more into detail about what needs to be inside of each one. So let's inspect this page, go over some code, and that should pretty much be the rest of this damn video. The UL or an aside, but I do understand that everything is wrapped in a div, and that's basically what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to be writing certain things out because I think that's really the best way to do it. You know, let's say you're at a career, right, and let's say they're telling you to create a nav bar for a website, and that's just your dev task for the day. Is that you should break down what normally goes into a nav bar, which would be like wanting to wrap it in a div, and then wanting to do this, wanting to do that. More than likely though, most of that code is already going to be there, but you know what I'm saying, like you should break it down into bigger parts so that you know exactly what you are doing for the day. So you end up wrapping everything in a div, you get into the nav, and then this ends up needing to have an ID. I guess they ended up doing a language, but I don't think you really need to, you know, they did it. Well, I think this is all for, because they even have an ARIA label, and I believe the ARIA label is supposed to be for, what I think it's visually impaired users. So I gotta add another div, and this will be, I would say like screen length, I feel like is the best way to kind of explain that. Oh wait, no, never mind, that's for the Apple logo. So another div, and then Apple logo, kind of like a square, because I don't want to get myself confused there. You can click the Apple logo to go to the main menu. If I could put that in my thing, that's goated. A button for the Apple logo to main menu. This is gonna take a while. I honestly thought this was gonna be quick. You know, do the nav bar, it gets a little bit funky. So maybe they put the span in there to just not make it funky, I'm assuming. And they even have a SVG thing, which I never seen before. I feel like it's probably more than likely to get that to look right. So I probably don't need all of that, but if I do, I messed up. Oh, that goes crazy. So next you need a UL and LI in the, or after first LI, put a ref of the link, and then you put the link, you put a label after a link, and then after that you hop right into the span. And this span is necessarily, oh, this span is invisible. I'm assuming this is, yep, this is all behind the scenes, so we're gonna close that out. We don't need to see that one. This one is particularly for the A. Again, once again, there's another span for the Apple logo, which I don't see myself having to do, but if I do, at least I wrote down a span, so it's showing me that that's just where I need to do it. There's a bunch of spans that are doing stuff. I'm just gonna say bunch of spans to, or I'm assuming for space. So if y'all are watching this far, let me know why the hell we need that much spans. But for some reason, this is a part that they weren't showing me, so I'm not sure. I think I may have missed some things because of the way the website was looking, but now they're showing me something that each one that they have, like for instance for the store, they have it in a div. So this is gonna be really good. Let me just, honestly, let me space all this out. So each section at the top wrapped in a div, and then spans for space, I'm assuming is what that looks like it's there for. And sometimes too, it looks like it's also there for like links, and then the UL and UI, same same difference touched, or I don't want it to be like a link or anything. And then also too, they even wrapped that in an LI, the shopping bag, the cart basically. But I'm also like, I'm just gonna add the image, so I don't think I need to put it in an LI, so I'm just gonna ignore that for now. They have this all on a div. Just want to make sure everything is all right. Yes sir. And then yeah, after that, I guess you end up coming down. So I finished taking my notes. I'm gonna end up showing y'all my notes so far. They look a little funky, but okay. Don't hate on my notes, but it's definitely gonna get the job done. So we got, oh my gosh, for some reason you cannot see my mouse, bro. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to let myself see my mouse. I'm just gonna try to click here. So first you start off with a div. Come down, you end up putting in that, make sure there's ID and language. Of course, I think there should be an ID in class with almost everything that I put, so I stopped writing it. But then we need a div for the screen length. We need a div for the Apple log square. I know that came off a little bit weird, but I meant to put Apple logo, and then just make sure that it's more of like a square rather than it just being a logo. Then also make the Apple button a actual button that you can click on, because I definitely want to do that. Put a span just in case, I'm assuming for space. Then you got UL and UIs, which I think we actually don't need. And after the first LI, put the, oh yeah, actually I think I do, because with the UL and LI, for some reason that's where they end up putting the link for the Apple logo. And the more I replicate websites, I'm gonna just see if that's like a normal industry standard type of thing. Next it says label after link, that's just for memory. Then span for the Apple logo if you need space, I'm assuming, right? And then it's the second LI contains the whole nav. And then it says each section at the top is wrapped in a div. And what I mean by that is that each of these up here are wrapped in a div. Oh wait, wrong thing. Are wrapped in a div. And if I pull up this, I could literally end up showing y'all that. I think it's up here. Yeah, right here. See how I hover over each one? It's all wrapped in a div. So it should be easy for me to like contact it to figure out what I'm trying to do. If I really need deep help, that's why I'm not taking too much deep of notes, because like for instance I could write down everything in CSS if I wanted to, because they even have like the length and stuff. But I feel like just because this is going to be open here, it's not really something. And I also want to be able to do it on my own. Now the next thing I need to do, which I would probably do off camera because I filmed a lot, is to save like these images or these photos. So sadly it actually does save as an image, so I thought I was going to be able to do like some cool little like animations that normally that's what they do with the image, but I don't think I can end up doing that because unless the animation, no, I don't think the animation is with CSS. I thought it was an actual video, so I was like, maybe I could save it, but I'm realizing that I'm literally saving the whole web page, and I did it like 3 times. I gotta delete the whole thing twice. But yeah, so that is the end of the video. I hope you all ended up enjoying me taking some more notes on beginning to create this nav bar, which I could hopefully end up doing on my days off. And the only reason why it's so hard for me to create projects and record them is because of my work schedule. I'd be working 10 hours every day, and sometimes, or except for Sundays, but sometimes I end up doing 12 hours, and I feel like that ends up taking away a lot from like my learning. So I really need to eventually like just figure out a better schedule, because I should have enough time, but it's just after you do those 10-hour shifts, you kind of want to relax rather than code. So that's why I ended up just taking some notes for today to just allow myself to relax a little bit, and hopefully tomorrow I can end up getting into a bit more coding. So I hope you all definitely enjoy. Make sure you guys leave some encouragement, some support down below. I love when y'all end up commenting some beautiful things if y'all are on this journey as well. Oh my goodness, what the hell? If y'all are on this journey as well, let me know exactly where y'all are at in this journey. If y'all enjoy these videos, man. All right, keep it coming. Deuces.